Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. How are we today? Happy New Year again. Gosh, feels like I've been saying it all weekend. I didn't go live yesterday. I was too pooped. And plus, I was hanging around with TL and the crew. So yeah, I didn't go live. I was just way too tired. Saturday night was huge. We didn't get to bed until 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it was a big night. I'm still feeling a bit pooped today, but what can you do? Anyway, welcome to anybody coming in. I hope you're all doing well. Actually, it's apparently it looks like it's going to rain here today, which will be nice. Past couple of days have been a bit humid, a little bit muggy, so yeah. Now, before I get into it, please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe. Don't forget to check your notification bell. That way you know when I drop a video or when I go live. Now, before we get into what I really want to talk about, there's something that I need to clear up. I think that there has been a misunderstanding in regards to SM and that video clip that I shared the other day. I That video clip was from a live that she did 3 or 4 weeks ago. That live wasn't done recently, and I don't want her to be accused of being done of doing something that recently when I pulled that sound clip from a live that was pointed out to me by a sub the other night. I went over to have a look because initially that sub was being dragged, which again I'm not going to speak on. And yeah, I found that sound clip and I played that to confirm what I myself have been claiming for the past month regarding that whole situation. So yeah, I just wanted to clear that up. Hello to anybody coming in. Hello, Duchess. Welcome. Happy New Year to you too. You're welcome here. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about her today. In fact, I don't plan on doing any more videos on that situation unless absolutely necessary. Um, I've got other content lined up. It's being a bit slow because I'm still waiting on the stuff that I plan to unbox. So I want to do a couple of unboxing videos and I'm still waiting for that stuff to arrive. So yeah, I don't know exactly when that's going to be. The post is a bit backed up at the moment, running a bit slow, and today it's a public holiday, so yeah, I don't know when I'm going to be able to bring those videos to you. But today I'm here to talk about some of the things that I myself have done wrong over the past year, because I have been seeing a few comments where I wouldn't say that people have been coming at me, but they've kind of been going, oh, but you've done, just people being people. So I thought, you know what, I can just hit this on the head, get it out of the way. That way, it's not going to be held over me for the rest of my life. That's the plan. Like last night, one comment that I read was, "Oh, I like Tia, but I think she's a bit of a troll and probably wants some attention." Yeah, I was quite annoyed by that. I think the person, maybe they meant well, but yeah, it wasn't nice, and I didn't appreciate it. And I told them that. I said, "Look, I don't appreciate those comments. I'm straight to the point. I don't need to muck around." But in a way, that person probably done me a favor, because I could come back in and say, "Well, I can own my own shit, own it, move on. It's 2023. Let's get on with life." Hello, Bella Marie. Happy New Year to you too. Sorry if I don't sound happy, guys. I'm really freaking tired. Um, but yeah, I want to talk about some of the things that maybe I've done wrong, and I'm just going to own it and then talk about maybe, how I feel I could do things differently. So that whole thing with real last year, I learned a lot from that situation. I was very upset by what he did, and I don't want to keep bringing it up, but I was very upset by what he did. I really felt like that should never have happened. Um, but that's not the point here. The point here is I should have just backed off, left it be. I shouldn't have gone into Roadhog's chat and took it upon myself to try and fix it. I should have just left him be, left it be. Not gone anywhere. Yeah, maybe gone other places, but not talk about him. That's what I should have done. Would I do it again? No. Yeah, I really regret doing that. I really regret doing that. And yeah, I have apologized profusely to him and will continue to apologize profusely to him. Yeah, I really should have just stayed out of it. And it's quite interesting because when we went over there, I just think we made the whole situation worse. We didn't, because then we ended up enabling the other creator. We enabled the other creator and their bad behavior, the two of them that were involved in it. And that's what I feel really bad about, is that we told one, okay, yeah, you did wrong. We left him. A lot of people left him. There were a lot of false claims made about him, and we were stupid enough to believe it and enable this other person. And that's why I've said, well, I'm not going to do that anymore. Yeah, and then it's only really, honestly, my problems within the community have only been me and him had that falling out ages ago. And just for the record, guys, me and him are actually cool. I don't hate him. I have no reason to hate on him. He's been good to me. trying to be good to him. I'll support him where I can, as he does with me. There's no hate there. There's no animosity there. We're fine. Not unless something's been said behind the scenes that I'm unaware of. But as far as I'm aware, we're fine. And yeah, but that's besides the point. I did make a mistake, and I own that. If I could turn it back, I would change it. I would do it differently. Now, the thing with SM, I only left her the first time. So I left her on my own free will. Again, where I wanted to go. Yeah, and again, she spoke on me first, but, I should have been the bigger person with that. We did patch it up. I don't exactly know or understand why um she came at me a few weeks ago when I did nothing to her, but that's her decision. I'm going to leave that be. I'm sorry if I've hurt her or hurt anybody else, but I'm not a doormat and don't need to be treated like crap either. And I think that going forward from the whole thing, I'm going to go where I want to go, and I'm going to stay over here minding my own business. If people don't like where I'm going, they can just leave me to it. That's what I'm going to ask. If you don't like where I go, if you don't want me around, that's fine. But leave me to it. Just say, look, I don't want you around. Don't make up shit to gain sympathy. Okay? That's all I ask. You say to me, oh, I don't want you around. I'll leave you alone. I don't, not everybody gets along in life. That's the truth. But yeah, this year, I'm gonna go where I want. I'm gonna do what I want, and I'm gonna keep making my content over here the way I want it to be. If others want to keep ruining their lives by talking on people, spreading lies about people, they're only ruining themselves. If they want to, someone put in my comments last night, if people want to enable a creator who is spiraling, let them, let them be over there. I don't need to be over there. And I'm not talking about anybody in particular, I'm talking generally. It is true that I get very triggered when I listen to creators constantly yelling, screaming the anger. I feel it. Yeah, I really feel it. It does affect me. And that's the thing I want to try my best to step away from, is that whole anger, that yelling, that screaming. I don't want to be around that. Yeah, Duchess, I get it, but unfortunately, there are a couple of people that think, as I said earlier, someone last night, was talking about me in a chat, and they're going, "Oh, I think Tia's a bit of a troll. I like her, but I think she wants a bit of attention." I mean, that comment made no sense. Let's be honest. How can you like someone that you think is a bit of a troll? But anyway, that's just me looking at it from another way. I did come back at this person. I said, hey, I don't appreciate that. And then they, they're trying to count how many videos I've done on SM, and it's like, but how many videos does she do on people every day? Day in, day out, it's the same thing. So why are you coming at me? Why are you, is it okay for, it's the thing I don't get with this community. Why is it okay for someone that you support to go and do a barrage of videos on someone they don't like, but for someone else it's not okay? There is a lot of hypocrisy around here. And that's what I'm coming here to own for myself. Hello, Villanova, my girl, my mod. Thank you. Villanova has been really good in keeping these rascals under control. And she's doing a great job. So shout out to you, Villanova. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you looking out for the chat. So thank you so much. Yeah, and that's why I'm here to own my own shit. To say, you know what, I speak on other people, but I'm not innocent either. I've never claimed to be innocent. I never pretend to be. I don't want to be that person that's calling everybody else out but can't call myself out. But yeah, I don't want to be around that. I literally want to do my own content. And I would just appreciate it if others would let me get on with that. Unless I'm actively running my mouth about you, you don't need to speak on me. If you have, if you were to say, oh, it'd be great if we saw this on Tia's channel, I wouldn't have a problem. But don't go and run your mouth and accuse me of things that I haven't actually done. That is all I ask. So, yeah, I have done a few terrible things. I admit it. I still don't understand how I'm a troll though. I still do not understand how. I've only hung around in a few chats the past 8 months, and the main person who may have concerns about me going into certain chats is well aware that I do it, and we've agreed that if I'm not running my mouth about them, they don't see the problem. That was a private conversation that we had. But that those are probably the main mistakes I've made. And I wouldn't even call myself a flip flopper. That I wouldn't say I'm a flip flopper. I see people flopping around more than I've done, and nobody bats an eyelid. Again, I don't understand the hypocrisy of the community. You have, when I went and hung around with Jules, right? Her and SM were cool at the time. It only became a problem when they weren't cool. I was hanging around with Jules when SM and I were cool, which we were cool. we had been cool for about 8 months. I was a member for 6 months. And no, I'm not complaining about that. But the way I looked at it was, okay, if I pay a membership, I obviously support you. I wouldn't pay a membership for somebody who I didn't support. That's the truth. I don't have a lot of money myself. And with things being as tough as they are at the moment for a lot of people, there are a lot of people struggling with a lot. But, even with the costs of food, power, and everything going up, I don't have a lot of money to just dole out to different creators. So if I'm going to pay a membership, I must really support you. And that's the truth. Hello, Forever Young. Yes. Happy New Year to you too. And that is why I got so upset. And I thought about doing what the other person who came into my chat the other day, I thought about doing what they suggested. And on the face of it, it was a good idea. But then I took some time over the weekend to think about it. And I'm now at a point where I'm going, let them be. Because if I go back there, there's a chance that this could happen again. And I've realized that people are going to be okay with what she does, but they're not going to be okay with someone defending themselves. So if I'm not over there, or I'm not in a situation where I've had history with someone, um, if I don't go back there, I'm not going to need to defend myself, because I'm not going to need to talk about them, and hopefully they won't need to talk about me. That's where I'm at. Also, I don't know if he took it down, but Just Doom did a video yesterday, um, also stating that I didn't know what was going on. Oh, thank you, Forever Young. I keep thinking of that song. Sorry, don't laugh, but I keep thinking of that song, Forever Young. I want to be forever young. Oh, helicopter. It's either a helicopter or a plane that's flying. Yeah, actually, I think it's a small plane. Sounds well. That really sounds like a helicopter. Anyway, yeah, and that's where I'm kind of at the moment. I think I need to just focus on building this channel. And some of the content that I've got coming out is, I think you'll find interesting. I've got a soap making kit and other supplies on the way. I actually plan to do a video of making the soaps and showing people how I do that. Um, I think that'd be fun, educational. It's not going to be a pain in the butt to set up. Um, I thought that would be a fun video to do. I also plan to do a video on Prince Harry's new book that's coming out on the 10th. I think it's coming out on the 10th of this month. Um, Ginger Duggar Bolo's new book is coming out at the end of the month too. I'm thinking about covering that. Um, Also, there's plenty of other celebrity news and other topics that I can research and talk about on this channel. So I do plan to keep doing what I'm doing, but just going down a different angle. Oh yeah, it is a great song. Rod Stewart, I love Rod Stewart. Um, I'd have to say my favorite song of Rod Stewart's is "Rhythm of My Heart." Um, that was actually one my dad used to play all the time when I was growing up. It's actually funny because when I was younger, I used to hate my parents' music. I used to say, "Oh, this is shit. This is crap." Now I listen to it as an adult. I listen to all the old music. I'm not a fan of the new poppy stuff. I really don't like it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll hear a song occasionally and go, "Yeah, that's all right." But I'll put it to you this way: if CDs were still a thing, I never would pay $20 for any of their CDs. Yeah, I love all the old music. You know, give me some Fleetwood Mac, Dolly Parton, Rod Stewart. Um, what's the other one saying? The Proclaimers, all the old stuff. George Michael, Michael Jackson. Sorry, I'm just checking the chat. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I know. I love all the good ones. To be honest, I even love the old classical music. Yeah, I even listened to that. It was actually one of my vocal coaches that got me into classical music. I used to hate it, but she wanted me to learn classical music to strengthen my voice. And I was like, okay, I'll try it because I actually really liked this vocal coach. She was one of those ladies you wouldn't say no to because she was so kind. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it. I'm gonna learn it really quickly so I don't have to do it again. And then next thing, okay, yeah, I love this. Ah, yeah. Miley Cyrus, gosh, she's so lucky. She gets to hang out with like um Dolly Parton. I wish Dolly Parton had come back to Australia. She came a few years ago when I was with my ex, but he wouldn't let me go to the concert, so I missed out. My mum and dad went and they reckoned it was brilliant. Shame Kenny Rogers has passed on though. I would have loved to have seen him and Dolly Parton live. That would have been a ripper of a concert. Apparently Neil Diamond is really good live too. Um, one of the best, two of the best concerts I've been to are Alan Jackson and Eminem. Although I'm not as much of a fan as Eminem as I was. His old music was great, but his new music's rubbish. Oh shit, this thing's jumped. Another thing, when I used to do karaoke, I always used to sing Dolly Parton 9 to 5, get everyone up. Like, you see now, I completely changed the topic. I'm not talking about anyone. I'm talking about music. Yo, and that's what I mean. If I got nothing to say about someone, I'm not gonna talk on them. I'm a lot happier sitting here talking about music. I could talk about music all day. I could do a 12-hour stream talking about music. Not even kidding. It's actually a shame that we can't play music on YouTube. I think that's an absolute shame. Imagine the fun we could have, like doing karaoke nights. Like, that'd be so cool. You know, there's one way I probably could get around it. I could perhaps play on the keyboard and sing to it, or I could get my own backing tracks that are mine, so YouTube won't be able to copyright them, I don't think. I'll have to leave that one. That is a good idea. Leave that one with me, and let me ask somebody that knows a bit more about it than me. They'll be able to tell me how to get around it. So yeah, I will look into that. That's actually a really good idea. Another video I was thinking of doing was when I get my new vacuum cleaner, actually showing you how I set it up without an instruction manual. Oh, my voice is not good today. I think I've been doing a bit too much partying over the weekend. Maybe if I were to go out, but then we still might have the copyright issue. I don't know how that all works. You have to let me ask someone how to get around this. Another thing I'd like to do is join a couple more panels. Engage in some different discussions. So, go and just chill with different people, join in whatever they're discussing, provided they're not running their mouths about anyone in particular. Um, but yeah, I'd love to go and join different panels with different creators, have different creators come over here and join on my panel. That way it's not just me talking all the time because I get sick of the sound of my own voice. So for 2023, I have a lot of goals for this channel. I mean, it'd be great if by the end of the year I could be monetized and doing the big stuff. That'd be great. But if not, I'm happy with that too. And I'm gonna put it out there. If I've hurt anybody, I'm sorry. I didn't come here for all this. I had a completely different vision when I became a creator. But I've had to do this, but I've also got a chance to do better. And that's what I plan to do. If others don't want to do better, that's on them. I just no longer support them if that's how they choose to be. Yeah, I agree, Forever Young. If you want something, you've got to work for it. And even if it looks hard, you have to work for it. You can't just sit back and go, okay, I'm going to wait for things to come to me. You've got to put yourself out there and you've got to try. And even if you don't, if you don't succeed, you keep trying anyway. Not everything's going to work. You got to go, well, this didn't work. Maybe I need to change something or how I do it, change my approach. Shit, this thing jumped again. But anyway, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go rest my voice a bit. I'm still really pooped after the weekend, so I might come back on tomorrow and do a longer one. But Happy New Year to everybody. And again, I'm sorry for any wrongs that I've done in or around here. Um, I hope that we can all move on and have a better 2023 than we did in 2022. I wish everybody peace, love, hope, and success for 2023. Even if I don't like you. Hang on a minute, the chat's jumped again. And before I get off here, my last point that I'm going to make, I'm not a troll. I'm not a panel hopper. And I don't know the last time I even went on a freaking panel. I'm also not looking for attention, as someone kindly pointed out last night. I get enough attention around here, thank you. You should see my life. I deal with people every day, so why would I need attention? I mean, it kind of shows what life you think I live. You know, that really does show um it shows me that you think I mustn't have much of a life. Well, I'll just say it as it is. I do have a life. I do have a lot going on and I have a lot going for me. And yeah, that's why I would really appreciate it if um even if you don't like me, just leave me the F alone. I don't want attention. Um Honestly, I've actually really considered shutting this channel down many times. But then I've gone, well, why would I do that? Because if I do that, then these people have won. When I took that long break, I really was not going to come back. I had no plans on coming back. I was going to go do my own thing and screw everyone. But no, if I don't hang around, if I do shut my channel down, I've let the haters win. So sorry, but I'm going to be around. I'm not going anywhere. And with that final note, I will see you next time. Thanks for everybody who popped in. Much appreciated.